You don't know. Maybe some girl's like, oh, Jimmy Donaldson, Mr. Beast. Oh.
They know that you're a man.
Number 5 is Charlie D'Amelio.
Girl. If you don't know, I'm a school shooter.
Like, hello, welcome back to another episode of Jelly.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I've realized watching back our episodes, I say like a lot.
Why do you say that?
I think it might be a response to anxiety. When I don't know what to say, I want to fill the silence with like or you know.
Well, I think like is better than or
Yeah.
Which is probably the worst.
But watching it back, I sound like a valley girl.
No, honestly,
it's so annoying.
Honestly, I don't even care. Like I say like a lot too.
I know,
People who get annoyed by it are just stupid.
Well, it annoys myself.
Well,
because I'm thinking that I don't need the likes in between filler.
Well, I mean,
it's just filler.
It is just filler.
Are there some filler words that you say?
I mean, probably like. I mean.
Yeah, you do say I mean.
Period. Per.
Right. Right. Oh, that's the other one. We say right and fully.
Oh, right and fully. Well. We say well. Yeah, just those. Yeah.
I also draw out my ands when I don't know what to say next. I say and.
I don't know if I do that as much. Like, I don't know. Is that one?
Maybe.
But even right there, I said like.
Right. And
right.
But anyway, the point is, at least for me, I don't know about you, but I want to be more conscious about how I say things.
I really don't give a fuck.
Oh?
Because honestly, like,
well, one of us is about bettering ourselves, and
but
the
like,
other is...
is this like NPR?
I mean, it's not NPR. It's just for my personal life.
Are we? I mean, for my life. Like, actually, I just feel like there's other things that are more important to me.
I mean, I can care about multiple things, unlike you.
Well, I have to prioritize things.
You are single-minded.
I mean, it's true.
You can only think about very minute things.
That's called ADHD.
Well,
she's not respecting my neurodivergence.
As I shouldn't. As I fully shouldn't.
Well,
And you make me depressed. How about that?
Well, period.
Well,
making each other better.
I'm trying to make myself better. I don't know. I'm not here for you. I'm not here in your business.
Well,
So,
how's your week been?
Oh, she really want to move on. My week's been good. How about yours?
My week's been really good.
Why?
I've been just thriving this week.
Have you?
I've just been living my best life.
Mm-hmm.
Frolicking.
Walking
kids through nature.
Okay.
And I've just been doing everything.
I'm happy for you.
Thanks.
And I've been out here working, hustling.
Oh, she getting that bag.
I will, hopefully.
Well, let's manifest that for you.
Right. Let's talk about school shooters.
Everybody, Lord.
This is your topic, so you can start.
She says she don't give a fuck about great transitions. Well, so I don't know if you've seen, but there's been this guy on TikTok making the rounds. His name is Jon Romano. And he is a school shooter. He makes it very known on his TikTok. Yeah. And he has kind of blown up recently. He's gained a lot of followers, gets a lot of views, a lot of comments. Well, he actually turned off his comments recently. But how do you feel about once someone gets released from prison, then making an entire social media brand about what they did in prison? How do you feel about that?
And that they were a school shooter.
Especially that he was a school shooter. And to be fair, not to be fair, but I had not watched his videos before.
Yeah.
And we watched a small little clip of it before we started recording.
Right.
All his videos start off with, if you don't know, I'm a school shooter.
At least he doesn't bury the hatchet, you know?
Well, I feel like that's doing too much because I thought that he was just trying to live his regular life
Mm-hmm.
while making TikToks,
Mm-hmm.
who also he happened to be a school shooter, in which I would have been like, okay, everyone has a chance to rehabilitate themselves and to like live their own life.
Mm-hmm.
But all his content is about that school shooting that he did.
And he's getting like a
at
major
16.
following from it.
And he's getting a major following. So for me, I think that
He was in prison for how long? Like
17 years.
Oh wow. I think I saw something where he got off early actually.
Did he?
I think it was supposed to be 18 or 20 years.
Not shocking.
And he got off a little early.
Well, girl, he's of the pasty complexion.
I mean, it's really weird to see because obviously we're in unprecedented times with TikTok.
Yeah.
So we've never seen like a school shooter have like a massive platform like TikTok. So it's really weird. And I don't know if we should limit the amount of social media or like platforms that someone with a convicted crime a committed crime, what the fuck am I saying, can have.
Right.
But I do think his intent at least is not to be like, I'm going to be my own influencer without telling people that I am a school shooter. At least he is acknowledging the fact that he was a school shooter. And I don't know if that's good or bad. Maybe it is educational.
Is it educational though? He claims it is.
I mean, I don't really know how much there is to be educated on
Right.
school shootings. Just don't do it.
Right. Exactly.
But
Like, I don't think anybody needs to be educated on that.
yeah. I mean, it's kind of sort of similar to the vein as like studying serial killers and studying murderers, but
I think it's different because it's a lot more detached.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if we had TikTok back when like Ted Bundy was a thing, and then Ted Bundy became popular on TikTok. Like, imagine.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, there's already, like, when Columbine happened, there were people who on Tumblr were making like fan pages and like doing edits of the people
Are
from
you
Columbine.
serious?
Yes.
Oh my god. I mean, people still simp over Ted Bundy.
People
And-
simp over all of those types of people. Girl.
And when the Netflix like show came out about Jeffrey Dahmer,
oh yeah,
and Evan Peters played him, people were simping over him
right,
and dressing up as Jeffrey Dahmer for like Halloween and stuff.
yes, they were doing that.
I'm like,
So
it's different if you dress up as Pennywise or
because
Freddy Krueger.
Pennywise isn't real,
They're fictional. They're characters, but these are real life murderers.
right? With real victims whose families are still alive.
Yeah.
And like they have to watch you dress up as Jeffrey Dahmer because it's trending on Netflix.
Right. Me personally, as a viewer, if I were a viewer of the school shooter, I would personally feel uncomfortable continuing watching his content knowing that he's a school shooter.
Right. And
But
so
to each his own.
He turned off his comments, and I don't know why exactly, because honestly, I was not tuned in like that in the beginning. But he turned off his comments, and I'm sure it's because people were probably roasting the fuck out of him.
I mean, yeah.
And as they should probably, because for me, I think it's weird that all his content is about school shooting. For me, I think that's the weird part. If he was making shit about like okay, like I'm not saying he has to hide him being a school shooter, but why does every video you make have to be about that school shooting?
I mean, that's his brand.
That's his brand, and
that's
I
his
think
target
that,
audience.
I think that's weird to make that your brand, being a criminal, being your brand. I think it's weird.
You know what would be smart?
What?
If the CIS like is still a part of his like whole brand thing, and he's like, oh, you should make like a page for people to contact you if they want to also learn how to be a school shooter.
Not that
And
girl. He
then-
would get arrested.
Exactly, and the CIS is like behind it, so then they can track down who are potential school shooters.
Oh, well, girl. Anyone who
Like he's bait.
anyone who did that would have to be stupid as fuck.
And people who would engage in school shootings is already stupid as fuck.
You're right.
So
Well, that reminds me. They I don't know if it was the CIA or something or the FBI, but
oh, did I say CIS?
yeah.
I meant CIA.
But they created a website where it was like hire a hitman, and it was
Oh.
pretty much the same thing. It was a trap. Like
Oh.
if you typed in your information, then
Yeah.
they would come to get you.
It's low-key smart though,
It is smart for the beginning part.
because it's like you're attracting the swarm.
You know, they also do that on the dark web. They do it with they bought one of the biggest current like still up and running drug sites on the dark web.
Oh, really?
So if you go to like the big drug site, I forget what it's called, but it's like the only one that's still up. If you go to that site and you try to buy something, it's literally a honeypot for the CIA.
Have you ever been on the dark web?
No.
I have not either. And I don't plan on trying.
Yeah.
Because apparently, once you sign into the dark web, you could unintentionally already have your information out there. Like,
really?
Linked to the dark web. And I'm not trying to get human traffic like that.
I don't know if that's true. I think it depends on what sites you're going on.
I think if you do it properly, with the correct firewalls.
Oh,
correct
but
VPNs.
girl, I mean, like, in order to do that, like, people like have a ton of shit that they have to like put up, and like for privacy and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just go. I mean, people do though.
I had this teacher in high school who would tell us every day that he was a part of like the dark web and like doing stuff on the dark web.
Like doing what, girl?
I don't know. He wouldn't say.
He wouldn't say.
Why would he say that?
But why would he bring it up?
That's the real question. Like, I think he just wanted to seem cool or something.
Like, I'm scared.
Like, he wanted to impress a group of 16-year-olds.
Girl, that's very concerning. That's very concerning.
Well, maybe he was a former CIA agent.
Girl, probably not.
Well, who knows? But let's talk about something a little lighter.
Okay.
Have you seen the memes about Millie Bobby Brown?
You know, I've seen her OG meme.
Yeah. Well, we can talk about that.
Okay, I haven't seen the new one.
So the new one is she's doing like an interview with someone and she's eating carrots. Mm-hmm. And she bit into the carrot and she's like, the dirtier, the better.
What?
And the way she smiled and someone like paused the frame and like froze it, she looks like Wallace and Gromit.
Really?
Yes, like with her smile. And especially because there's a scene in Wallace and Gromit where they're eating carrots. And so now they're like dubbing over that scene with what Millie said, how the dirtier the better about the carrots. This girl cannot catch a break.
I know. I feel bad for her.
I feel bad for her too. But I can't even lie, it was funny as fuck.
I want to watch it.
You can look it up. Just go on TikTok.
Let me look it up right now.
Literally.
These are great. The dirtier the better.
I mean, Millie just minds her own business. She does acting. She does her makeup gig.
Right.
And all the internet can do is make memes out of her.
Right.
And she has deleted her TikTok. She's deleted Twitter.
Yeah, well, have you also seen the Some May Say I'm a Dreamer?
No, I haven't seen that.
From Millie.
I mean, I know the OG one where she's like homophobic.
Right. She has the homophobic
and runs
one,
over James Charles.
As she should. As she should. Like, she got mad about that one. Did you see that?
Did she?
That's the reason why she deleted Twitter. Was because
people were bullying.
People kept on spamming all her comments whenever she would post anything. They would spam it with those homophobic memes.
Yeah.
And she was like, I'm not homophobic. Like, for anyone to insinuate that. And it's like, no, we love you for being homophobic.
She's a homophobic icon now.
Right.
But I feel bad because it is a form of cyberbullying, kind of. Oh, I have seen that.
And it's so sad because she was literally like 10.
And she's still, isn't she like really young still? Isn't she like 18?
No, she's not 18.
Really?
She's like 22 or something.
No way. I thought she was significantly younger than us.
Let's look up.
I think she's like 20 max.
Okay, she's 19.
Yeah, okay. I mean,
I don't know where I got 22.
I do think, as funny as it is to be a viewer of the memes, in her shoes, I would probably feel not great either.
No, yeah, no.
Because a lot of these things are about, like, the way she just behaves.
But, you know, you gotta look at it on the bright side. At least she's not getting canceled.
You're right.
At least the internet still likes her.
You're right.
Like, it's all just playful fun.
You gotta play into it. You gotta be like what Demi Lovato did and play into the poot meme.
Did she do that?
She did. She was not okay with it at first, and then she took poop back into her own hands and made like a joke. Like for her for her birthday, she printed a poot like frosting.
Oh, did
on
she?
her cake?
I didn't see that.
And she made fun of it. And so you gotta.
Well, at least she eventually did that. Because to me, Demi gives very bitter vibes. Maybe old Demi. Maybe
you know what it is, low key?
What?
It's probably her marketing team.
Why,
I was
the
like,
bitter
you
vibes?
should address it.
The poop thing?
Yeah.
Oh, girl. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
But Demi also has a lot of other weird, interesting things on the internet.
She does. She's another one who has a lot of memes.
She does. She does.
My favorite one is the one where it's like her performance with all the tweets. It's like fat, ugly.
Oh yeah. My new favorite memes of people or celebrities is like the Katy Perry stuff. Have you seen those?
No, I have not.
She has that one song it goes, you and I, and there's a lot of clips just saying, oh, what are the letters for the United Nations? And it's like, UN. Yeah.
That's so stupid. I've never seen that.
Oh, well. But you have seen another artist.
Well, I have seen some other TikToks, yes.
Right.
So, okay. Are you familiar with who Aliyah's Interlude is?
I do not know who that is.
Okay, so you might have seen her, just like her fashion. She's kind of like this TikToker who's popular for creating like this new style of clothing.
Oh, I do know who that is actually.
So you have seen her.
I have
like
seen
she
her.
has like these pom-poms,
Yes.
like she wears like very Y2K
Yes, I have seen her.
inspired.
Okay, I did not know her name. I don't follow her like that.
Right, but you've seen her online.
Yeah.
And so, very influential fashion-wise. I will give her her
Sure.
10s fashion-wise. She's got all the girls doing the Y2K with the pom-poms.
As she
and
should.
the big snowy
It
boots.
is really cute. I mean,
very of its time.
mm-hmm.
So, she released a song recently.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if...
Because that's what everyone does these days, is just release tracks.
So, wait. So, I'm going to play you a little bit of the song. But
Well,
we're
I
gonna
don't-
have to mute it.
Well, we can't leave this in on YouTube.
Right, so can you mute it? Post that in.
I mean, I guess. Making me do more work.
Well, okay. So she released the song and someone said thoughts. And this is the song.
And prayers.
And someone quote tweeted that and said, it's really okay to not do music if you're not a musician. Like, I promise you can just be pretty and cool.
It's like what people say to us, not everyone needs a podcast.
You're right. And, I do agree with them, honestly.
But, she's trying out something new. Maybe she's always wanted to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just going into something she's curious about. And good for her.
Right. So I think anyone should do music if they want to.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's fun. It is fun.
Mm-hmm.
But I also think that it's very interesting now that we're seeing a trend of influencers become musicians.
Well, because it's easier that way than the other way. Than musicians becoming influencers.
Exactly. Because it's easier that way. And also I think the barrier of entry to music is so low than any other field.
100%. Especially if you make something like a bitch track.
Exactly.
Like, let me make one right now. Bitch, I'm the best. You can't fuck with me. Did you like that?
Oh, I'm gonna get Doja Cat to sue you.
Well, she probably will.
But it's very interesting, and I don't know if I like it. I will say that.
I mean, here's the thing. Their fan base, if they have a loyal fan base, they will listen to it no matter
regardless
how good it is.
of exactly.
So, but getting it popular in the general public, that's a different story. So if it doesn't even get to that point, it doesn't even matter.
You're right.
So I don't be caring. Let's just try something you want to do, and I probably won't watch it. I probably won't listen to it.
But then it's like the general public is not gonna know about it, but
Fully.
they that song was dropped like this week, I think,
Mm-hmm.
and she already has 1 million streams. And not being a hater, like I'm proud of her, but
On TikTok or like on Spotify?
Spotify.
Oh, that's kind of a gag.
right. And so it has 1 million streams already. And so what's kind of happening?
RuPaul wishes.
Girl, literally. What's kind of happening now is that these songs are getting a lot of streams because people already know who the person is.
Uh-huh.
And then Spotify sees that it gets a lot of
Yeah.
streams. So then it starts adding it to like the viral playlist.
Right.
And then
They even
that-
have a TikTok playlist. So.
Right, exactly. And so then that starts snowballing into even more momentum,
Yeah.
starts getting added to even more playlists, even bigger and bigger stuff, until you land a record deal like Lil Nas X did.
Yeah.
And then you become a mainstream star. And I'm not hating. I just think that it's very interesting that A&Rs will complain about, oh, there's no one in Gen Z who is big enough to sell out an arena other than Ice Spice and Olivia Rodrigo. Mm-hmm. It's interesting to me that they complain about that type of stuff, but then all you're doing is just bigging up influencers. Because they're not musicians. They're influencers who are dipping their toes into music.
Rarely are they actually like come from a musician background.
I mean,
some
hardly
do, some
ever.
do.
Well, no, if you come from a musician background, then to me, you're a musician at that point who's just using social media to get yourself bigger.
Right.
Like Olivia Rodrigo was kind of doing that. Also, like there are so many artists that do that, but then it's like that's kind of the way to get less followers, like you said. Like, it's
I mean, even
just...
Troye Sivan and Conan Gray, they are musicians, but they
true.
started off as influencers first.
That's true.
But they always had a musical background.
But that was always their plan.
Yeah.
These new girls, that's not even, they didn't even think of that.
But you know what? Get their
recently.
bag.
Well, I mean, period. And get the bag. And it's
Are
not
you jealous?
Well, it's not their fault. It's the fault of the music industry.
Yeah.
So don't hate the player, hate the game.
The game is changing, is what it is.
Yeah, the game is changing a lot.
I mean, TikTok is essentially reshaping a lot of industries right now because of its virality.
Yeah.
And
for better or for worse, let's just put it that way.
Yeah. I mean, if you are an attractive person on TikTok,
fully,
you can brand anything you want.
Literally.
You can brand t-shirts, you can brand protein shakes, you can brand what's something that I just saw? Oh, like even like artwork. There's this guy I follow because he's super hot and he does paintings and they're okay. Oh! But I'm sure he sells a lot because of just how popular it is. So it's essentially, TikTok is definitely influencing a lot of the economy right now.
Yeah, it is. I love it when an artist is like good at art and also hot.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
Triple threat.
Right.
Wait, what's the third threat in there?
Well, I guess just double threat.
Double threat? Maybe they smart too.
Well.
That's the third one. I mean, look at how Taylor Swift is single-handedly shaping the economy.
Yeah.
There's this image of her eating chicken tenders with ranch, and now every fast food place is trying to copy that and brand Taylor's maybe ranch or whatever, assumingly ranch or something like that.
Oh yeah.
And so now everyone's like buying those chips, buying those ranch bottles.
It's so dumb.
I mean, she herself, like,
girl, she wasn't even eating the ranch. All she did was pose next to a plate with a chicken tender and a thing of ranch on it.
she has so much power. She has so much power.
Taylor Swift, like, I'm not eating that shit.
Right. She was like, I'm trying to be relatable with y'all.
Literally.
I mean, that's so much pressure on one person, though.
She's like, they pay me a bag to sit here.
Fully.
And I'm like, per queen.
And now her single-handedly has gotten a lot of girls into watching football because she was attending that one football game.
Right.
Not that I know sports at all.
Literally at all.
Like, she was watching sports ball.
Well, also Beyonce too, because apparently Beyonce now has the number.
Well, we can't talk about her anymore.
Oh, we cancel the Beehive Dragon.
Right, because apparently we hate her.
So we can't even talk about anything good that she did.
Apparently not.
Well,
because now if we say anything positive about her, we're stuck kissing up.
You're right.
We're trying to heal our brand.
She's scarred from the Beehive.
Fully. We have been permanently banned from listening to Beyonce.
Well, girl. I mean, I never listened to her to begin with.
Oh! I love her. I've always listened to her.
Right.
But speaking of big creators, have you seen that Forbes dropped their top 10 list of creators?
I have not.
Well, so essentially they just created a list 1 through 50, but we can talk about just the top 10. And some of these people, I have never heard about them in my life.
So what's the criteria for creators? Like, is it just anyone on the internet creating anything?
So they have a couple of things. They have earnings, they have total followers, average engagement, and entrepreneurship score, which I don't know how they scored that. But we can just go through the top 10.
That's interesting. I mean, I wonder if there's any musicians on there, because being a musician, you have to like pretty much do all that.
There might be, but I think they're focused more on content
creator. Okay.
Yeah. Do you know who Brent Rivera is?
Oh, girl, yes.
You do?
Yes.
Who is he?
Girl, some random ass straight twink.
Well, I'm looking at his picture right now.
on YouTube. He was popular in like 2016, and he's not popular anymore. I think,
But he's number 10.
Do you know that girl who was saying literally, "My life is dun 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 dun"? Do you know that?
Maybe.
My life is Eva.
Maybe.
I think they were dating for a second.
Oh,
but he has not been relevant since 2016.
Well, he started as a Viner apparently.
Girl, he probably did.
And he partners with like Starbucks, Prada, Xbox.
Girl,
Well, good
he's
for him.
not relevant.
Well, he's number 10, and you'll be gagged by some of the other people on this list too.
But I used to have a crush on him. I'm not kidding. That's why I know who he is.
You know, I see that for you. We know your taste has never been there.
When she kept me for me. Well, girl, I say used to. Emphasis on use.
Well, that could be a lie.
Girl, no.
Okay, number 9 is Matt Rife. Do you know who that is?
I literally don't know who that is.
Matt Rife, I actually know who that is. He's a stand-up comedian, and he made a bunch of like TV appearances here and there, and he's been working in comedy clubs a lot. And this year, his marketing team decided, okay, let's post a TikTok video of one of your stand-up moments, and that went super mega uber viral.
Really?
Because
what was the moment?
I don't even remember.
Ooh.
It was like an okay funny moment, but the real tea is because he's cute.
Is he?
Allegedly.
Well, that picture right there now. That's cute.
Well, he has a nice body apparently, and people eat that up. So it doesn't even matter what jokes he's saying.
Really?
People just eat up his content. So he's number 9 now.
Well, so far both people are 2 white boys who are allegedly cute.
And there will continue to be more. Let's just say that.
How was he making $25 million as a stand-up comedian that no one's ever heard of?
I'm telling you, he blew the fuck up. Now he's getting deals. He's getting guest star appearances.
I'm gagged.
Literally. Okay, number 8 is Emma Chamberlain.
I mean, I see it for her.
Good for her.
Honestly, kind of low for her. I guess maybe it's not her peak anymore.
I mean, to be top 10 though, that's really good.
You're right.
I think she's still peaking. She's still climbing up.
Is she?
I think so.
I feel like she's kind of stagnant now. What is she doing now?
She's like getting invited to like Met Gala.
That was
and
like
a bunch of red
2
carpets.
years ago.
No, that was like recently.
That was recently?
Yes. She was like this year's Met Gala.
Was it not last year?
There's one every year.
Right. I thought she was hosting the one last year.
No, I think she was here this year too. But good for her. I actually like her.
Well, I mean, I like her too.
Number 7 is this guy named Elliot Tabelli.
Oh,
or Fuck Jerry. Who is that?
Oh my
I don't even know.
lord!
Are these streamers?
No, he's not a streamer. He literally runs an Instagram page. Like, do you know like Barstool Sports?
Yeah.
I think he runs that.
Oh, he runs Barstool?
Well, no, I don't know if he runs Barstool, but he runs something that's very similar to that.
He has a party game called What Do You Meme? I actually do know that.
It's like very, very similar to Barstool Sports. It's literally only like the most middle of the road straight boys shit.
So, I mean, it's another white boy.
Girl.
So, we'll go for him, I guess. Girl. Number 6 is Logan Paul.
Is he still relevant?
He's still relevant, apparently. He has 74 million followers. His engagement is 1.25 of that, which is still a lot. Earns $21 million.
So now he's making less money than the comedian. Because the comedian said they said the comedian was making 25 million.
Oh. Well, he might have more. He might have more followers. I think is the real thing.
I mean, who gives a fuck about followers? I give a fuck about the money.
I mean, followers plus the engagement. Although Matt Rife's score is a little bit better, like 22 million, but 10% of engagement. Meanwhile, Logan Paul is 74 million.
1.25% engagement.
I'm sure a lot of people who follow him don't really watch him anymore
because his followers are kids.
Right.
So that's what happens when.
Also, he's like not. Kids. Is he even a content creator anymore? He does like boxing now.
He does like boxing and like podcasts.
Oh. Well.
Okay.
I don't know how people are still
good for him
engaging with him. Let's be honest. Number 5 is Charli D'Amelio.
Girl. Okay, this list is giving me very 2018 vibes.
Well, this is 2023 list, so get into it.
The only 2023 person is that Matt Rife.
Yeah. I think part of this Forbes is they put in the entrepreneurship into consideration. And so if they're business minded and they be making money moves, then
so what money moves is Charli D'Amelio making exactly?
Girl, I don't know. She has her own TV show, Keeping Up with the D'Amelios or
and
whatever.
it got canceled.
Did it?
Yes.
Ooh.
Girl, like, do we need more than one season?
I mean, we really did not.
We didn't even need the one.
We really didn't. I mean, she has, oh my goodness, she has 213 million followers.
I have not heard anything about her, though, recently at all.
The only thing I've seen was her lie detector test with her sister.
I didn't even see that.
That was cute.
Like, to be honest, in my opinion, I think Addison Rae has surpassed her.
Girl, I don't even know Addison Rae like that.
Well.
I don't know any of those big OG TikTokers.
As you shouldn't.
Who's the girl that does the ooh face?
I don't know.
She's like Asian.
Oh, Bella Porch.
Oh, Bella Porch.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Bella.
Imagine
Hadid.
she on here.
I don't think she is. But what happened to her?
Girl, I mean, she's still making music.
She's making music still?
Yes, she is. Her music's not bad. I actually can't hate.
There's that one that sounds like a Five Nights at Freddy's song.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's the only one I know. Okay, number 4 is Rhett and Link.
Oh my lord.
Well, good for them though. I do know that they are very business minded. They have a lot of ventures.
Yeah.
And they've been the OG. Like they
are
they put in the
definitely
work.
OG. They've been putting in the work for years.
And I actually do like them.
I don't
watch them anymore.
I
but
don't
I do like
ever
them.
watch them. Never did watch them, but
I watched them in the OG days.
I appreciate anyone who has longevity in their career, and that online, very, very rare thing.
And they really do put in
to have longevity in their career. And as
Yeah.
far as I know, they never got canceled.
Yeah.
When they saw many of their peers go down in flames.
Fully.
So, props to them.
Props to you, mama. Number 3 is Jake Paul.
Oh my lord.
So how many white boys have we gone through so far?
Girl, there's actually not been one single person of color.
Yeah.
So, period.
So to crack the formula of success, gotta be white.
Gotta be white. Let me really go my Michael Jackson mode.
We have joked about you skin bleaching probably more than 5 times at this point
Not
on this
that,
podcast
not
alone.
that.
Right. So Jake Paul, he doesn't have as many followers as Charlie, but he has 66 million. He earns 34 million.
How?
I don't know.
Like from boxing? Because Jake Paul's the one who really only does boxing now.
I mean, he does MMA.
He doesn't even do podcasts or anything. As
He-
far as I know.
He has a undisclosed cryptocurrency sponsorship.
Oh, girl, bye.
So
Oh, girl, that's where he getting all his money from.
he also founded a sports betting app called Better.
Oh, girl.
Better, hardly know her.
Literally.
Number 2, the only person of color so far is KSI.
Oh, KSI.
I've only heard KSI here and there, but I've never seen any of his content.
Well, he's popular in the UK.
That makes sense.
Way more
Is he a
popular
streamer?
over there. I think now he's a streamer. But he was originally a YouTuber.
Apparently, he reacts to FIFA video games. Oh, in 2009, that's how he started.
Yeah, he was originally a YouTuber. I think now he's a streamer.
Oh, him and Logan Paul made Prime, the drink.
The drink?
Yeah, that's them. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. That's a gag.
Isn't that drink like supposed to be horrible?
I don't know, but I mean it's really big. Well, that makes sense though because they know marketing, they know branding.
Oh yeah.
So, girl, that's all you even need.
Apparently,
The
he
taste
has.
could be doo-doo caca.
It
But if you
probably
have the
is.
marketing, then it's gonna be popular.
Marketing is so important.
Girl, it's the most important thing.
Fully. Apparently, he has controversy about him being misogynistic and racist, transphobic.
Well. Let's just say I'm not shocked. Not shocked.
Well, good for him. I don't know
So far, no queer people.
that we know of.
Not that.
And then number 1 is Jimmy.
Oh, Mr. Beast.
Yeah, it's Mr. Beast.
I mean, you just can't compare.
he.
He deserves it. He deserves it.
How did he get to that point?
Girl, deal with the devil.
Low-key.
Like, he's fucking crazy.
I actually applied to be in one of his videos.
Really?
Yeah.
They
Because
didn't
it was
say
like a
that.
local application.
Well, yeah, they also they did one that was here, like
Yeah,
in
that's what I'm
our
saying.
state. And apparently we watched it. Apparently one of my friends knew someone who was in that
Really?
video. But
Let's
he
be
was-
honest, everyone wants to do it just for the mentee.
Oh wait, does he get money?
Potentially.
I don't know that. Oh, like if you win.
If you win, but like you know how he sometimes does random TikTok videos that is like, "Oh, here's a car."
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, I know someone who was in one of his YouTube videos.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, you can't compare with Mr. Beast. He
He
has
is that girl.
mastered
He
the
is that girl.
internet. He has mastered content creation. He has
mastered marketing.
mastered marketing in the online age.
Yeah.
Like,
He also has
if you
retail
are
items.
a content creator, you have so much you could learn from Mr. Beast. Like, I actually watched his videos on like business and like doing content creation. Like, not the stuff he makes, girl. Fuck.
I don't watch the stuff he makes
Oh,
either,
fuck no,
but he's
bro.
smart
But
because
he's
he knows
smart
his,
as fuck.
He knows his audience.
He knows his audience. He knows how to get these fucking 4 and 5-year-olds to click
Yeah.
on every fucking video he makes.
I mean, yeah.
And he can that money. And he's probably the only one on that list I think deserves it. Let's be really honest.
He did work for... Did he start from nothing, or is that not true?
Well, he started off middle class like us.
Is that true, or is
area.
that just what we've heard?
I mean, that's what I've heard, but
But
there's a lot of evidence.
Is there?
Because like you can literally go back and look at his old videos. He's just a regular kid.
Yeah. I mean, good for him. Respect on his
Right.
name.
So far, the only ones who I think deserve it are mrbeast and Red Link.
Red Link. I agree. I mean, not saying that nobody else.
Was Charlie D'Amelio the
deserves
only
it.
girl?
And Emma Chamberlain.
Oh, Emma Chamberlain also deserves it.
But literally 9 out of the 10 creators, I guess 11 because Rhett and Link, are white.
Oh, yeah.
And only KSI is the only person of color.
Yeah.
Well,
And there's only 2 women.
love that. Period.
Well, I mean, we already knew.
Right.
Well, you know what? I'm glad that as we got towards the top, they no longer were attractive.
That means you actually had to put in the work.
Girl,
I mean,
is
you
that-
don't know. Maybe some girl's like, oh, Jimmy Donaldson, Mr. Beast. Oh.
You're right. But literally, like, it's very funny to see just how far being attractive will get you.
Pretty privilege is so real.
Like, Brent Riviera really climbing up to the 10th spot just because he a cute white boy. Let's be honest.
Let's put on some. You know how Pinky Doll puts on a white filter?
Yes, girl.
Let's do that.
Oh, not that. Well, we have to download one of the Asian apps.
Right.
Because they really be doing that.
And it reshapes our features to be more white
Let's
looking.
do it, per.
Let's really do it.
Well, speaking of race spending. Girl, that's your topic.
Okay, well, she
Like,
can't contribute at all.
I don't know what you even want to
Like
talk
damn.
about.
Like damn.
I can
So-
say live action.
I mean, okay, so race bending has obviously been a topic of conversation for a long, long time, but I think it's becoming more prevalent, especially in 2023, and how rhetoric is changing against it.
So what do you mean? You were talking about like Rachel Dolezal?
Who the fuck?
You don't know who Rachel Dolezal is?
I don't.
She was this white woman who was actually the president of the NAACP for multiple years because she was saying that she was black.
Oh.
And then her parents came out and said, actually, she's fully white.
Oh. Well, I mean, okay, so something like that has been happening all the time in media, right? But now it's because it's more about identity politics than anything.
Fully.
It's more talked about. So a very recent example is obviously Halle Berry as the Little Mermaid.
Oh, you're talking about, okay, I see what you're saying.
And so a lot of people were really mad about that because they were like, why can't black actors just have their own original characters instead of replacing characters we all know? And to a certain extent, I understand the sentiment, but also
Right.
Halle Berry,
Or Halle Bailey.
Bailey, she played Ariel so well. She was that character and she embodied everything.
Did you watch that movie?
Yeah, I loved it. Did
I
you?
haven't seen it.
You should watch it. It was really good. I liked it a lot. But another reason why I bring this up is because I recently made a review on Castlevania, which is this animated show on Netflix. And I never played their games that they're based off of.
Oh, it's a game.
Yeah. So I didn't know anything based on the lore, the characters, whatever.
Yeah.
And I made a review and I really liked it. But I saw a lot of the comments were giving it hate and review bombing it. And one of the main reasons is because one of the central characters is a race bent girl.
So like in the game, she's white.
In the game, she's a white damsel in distress, like Princess Peach. Think that. And so in the new show, she's a black character. Essentially, none of her backstory is the same. Only her name is the same. So she's a black woman with magic, and she was born a slave, and that was her kind of character arc. But people are mad because it's like, why can't you just give her an original name instead? Tie her back to a character, and you're saying that she's been race bent. And so people are mad about that. So what do you think about race bending in live action and I guess now in animation?
I think it's really a case-by-case basis. Also, I think that it's probably never as deep as people try to make it. Because it's not. It's like you can still enjoy it. Like if you feel so strongly about the original thing, then just watch the original thing.
Right.
Just play the original thing.
And I get it. Like your favorite video game or TV show or book, you want to see it adapted true to the source material, right? But the source material, she had no backstory, the character, and she was just a damsel in distress. I don't want to see that. That sounds boring as fuck.
Yeah, and also what people don't understand is like that's another thing. People getting mad at when they reboot something. Okay, like if it's horrible and it's just objectively bad on all fronts,
Yeah.
then that's a different story. But you can't get mad that when they remake your favorite random niche thing from 2001.
Oh, it's earlier than that.
Well, I don't even know. But when they remake your random niche thing and then they make it for 2023 audiences.
Yeah.
You cannot be mad when they have to take some creative liberties because it's not that. I mean, we live in a different time,
Yeah.
and they have to make it appealing to people who might come across the show who don't know anything about the game.
Yeah.
So it's like, of course, they have to add stuff to it and change things. It's like it's just dumb to even complain about that. Like, do you even know how?
I do think it is a case by case thing because I agree that there are some race bent characters that are unnecessary and they do it just for the
diversity.
Checkbox. Yeah, the checkbox for we have a person of color on the show.
Right.
But in this case, I think it would have been better if she just had an original name, the character, instead of tying it back to the original.
Okay.
Because that'd be respectful to her character, too. It's like, you are an original character. You're not tied back to this dumb white bitch.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if you enjoyed the show, you enjoyed the show.
Right.
And it's not that deep to me.
No, I agree. I completely 100% agree.
Right.
Like, it's really not that deep to be getting all mad about it.
It's, yeah. In a similar vein, people complain about queerbaiting in shows.
Yes.
Have you seen anything about that?
Well, I mean, I've seen a lot of queerbaiting complaints, like a lot of them in anime.
So Voltron was a big one. I've never seen Voltron.
Oh, I've never seen it either.
But a big complaint was these characters were set up to be very flirty and they were going to end up together, and then at the end they pulled the strings. And so that never happened, even though fans were expecting to see these two gay characters be together, but they're not gay apparently. And they also did that in Supernatural, which I also have not seen. So I do think queerbaiting is a real thing in shows. But then when people try to bring that into real life,
yeah, that's where it kind of gets iffy.
yeah.
Because, okay, like, queerbaiting, how would you even define queerbaiting?
That's essentially saying that a real life person is pretending to be gay when they're not.
To, like, reap the benefits of it.
Yes. To get a gay audience, to get people hyped about being part of the LGBT community.
Right. Like, I guess some examples, obviously the biggest one I can think of is Harry Styles.
Yeah.
He had a lot of queerbaiting allegations because... I mean, just of everything that he said in the past. And his aesthetic.
Yeah.
And then when he won that Grammy, he was like, this doesn't happen to people like me. And people were like, people who, like, white straight men? Like, like
he meant the British. He meant the British.
Like, British people? Like, what is people like me?
That was one of the dumbest things ever. His capabilities in public are not that great.
Girl, I hate him. But I know they're gonna come for us.
I actually like his music.
I mean, his music is whatever, but like just him as a person, huge eye roll at him.
You know,
bombastic side eye to Harry Styles.
In 2023, there's been a lot of Larry rumors resurfacing.
I don't know what that is.
So when he was part of One Direction, him and
Liam Payne.
No. Louis Tomlinson.
Oh, Louis Tomlinson.
They were shipped together all the time, and there's a lot of evidence that has been coming out in 2023 again
evidence.
Because they drag up old clips, and the way they edited the clips, I'm like getting sold on it too.
Are you serious?
Not actually, because they're both in relationships. I think maybe Harry's not.
I don't think Harry.
But I'm pretty sure Louis is like married or something like that.
As he really should be.
But a lot of the footage is like one that I just saw was they were asking each member of One Direction, are you single? Are you da-da-da-da? Mm-hmm. And Louis was like, I'm not single. And then they get to Harry, and Harry was like, I'm single. And then the rest of the members like look back at Louis, like kind of gagged. And it's just like weird why they would look at Louis when Harry said that.
Not that.
And Louis looked offended. And so there's a lot of evidence like that are trying to quote unquote prove that they were in a relationship together and Larry was like a thing.
Girl, I don't know if I believe that.
I don't know if I believe it, but the narrative is interesting.
Yeah, it's a very interesting narrative. I think that how do you feel about shipping, like shipping people
In real life.
Yes, in real life.
I think it's cute, but it can go too far.
People take it too far.
Way
for
too
sure.
far. Way too far.
And it's like when you do it with a cartoon character, it's whatever because it's not a real thing.
Yeah.
But then when you do it to a real person and then you start posting it online and then it gets trending and that person sees it, that's going
especially
way,
if they're
way,
in a
way,
relationship
way too far.
already.
Exactly.
It's like, how do their spouses feel about that?
Well, girl, you know that reminds me of this other celebrity couple that we've been hearing some things about. Have you heard about John Mayer and Andy Cohen?
Yes, I saw that. I was gagged.
Girl, so I don't believe it. First of all, I don't believe it.
Well, there's also a lot of evidence for that. So, okay. John Mayer moved in with Andy Cohen.
That's confirmed?
Yeah, I think so. Right?
I don't know.
Maybe we'll have to double check that.
Let's double check.
There are photos of them together at Pride and holding hands.
I did see the photo of them holding hands.
That's not fake.
You're right.
So, and apparently...
And John Mayer was wearing Pride paraphernalia.
Right. But maybe he's just an ally? There was another clip of Andy Cohen apparently saying he's in love with John Mayer and they're in love with each other.
Cohen gay ass. Of course he's in love with John Mayer. But the question is John Mayer in love back?
Ooh. I always thought Andy Cohen was Anderson Cooper.
Girl, that's rude to Anderson Cooper.
Because they lucky be looking the same.
Well, they both gay. So
they're both gay. They both white. They both have white hair.
You're right.
I'm like, I thought they were the same person.
Honestly, I thought that they were together.
Well,
but I guess they both bottomed. So.
And the guys be looking for people looking like twins.
You fully right.
But the other thing is, like, John Mayer is this 45 bachelor, never had kids, never been married. So what's up with that? Maybe he's actually a gay person.
But he has been with women like for his whole career.
And people are saying maybe he's overcompensating.
You think he was overcompensating? It's kind of the opposite of queerbaiting. He's been like hiding.
Oh yeah. Sort of similar to queerbaiting, essentially saying how someone is secretly gay.
Yeah, GL.
Yeah. But I feel like it's harmful to do that because what if they really are in the closet and their situation doesn't allow them to come out?
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of pressure. And another example of that is Kit Connor, how he was 18 and he was in the closet and it was forced out of him to come out.
People were saying that he was queerbaiting.
Exactly.
For literally just existing and for being an actor on a show.
On a queer show.
That's the other thing. People really don't understand how to separate acting from real life.
Yeah.
How do you feel about when people are like, a gay actor should play in a gay show?
I used to be like, yeah, gay actors should definitely just play gay roles. But in 2023 now, I've kind of changed my opinion on that because have been plenty of gay roles played by straight actors very well. For example, Brokeback Mountain were two straight men playing gay men.
I've never seen that.
It's a fantastic movie. You should watch it. It was so good. And, maybe two gay actors couldn't have put on the same chemistry as those two. So I really think it should be based on your acting ability.
Fully. It should just come down to your talent.
Because what is acting? It's pretending someone you're not.
Exactly. Like, obviously, get gay people in the room, get them in the auditions.
Right. So does that mean gay actors can't play straight characters?
Right, but some people be thinking that.
Exactly. So that's very hypocritical, I feel like.
I say yes, unless if it's James Corden.
James Corden and who's the other gay guy that is in every single movie? Andrew Reynolds?
I don't know who that is.
Oh.
Andrew Reynolds.
Maybe I know him through like more animation stuff because he does a lot of voice work.
James Corden is straight.
He is?
Yes. Can you believe that?
You're lying.
I'm not lying.
Since when?
He has a whole wife.
He has a hole. That's what he has.
Girl, a hole that no one wants to see. It's not even his wife.
I'm kind of gagged.
He's literally straight, and in every movie that he plays a gay character.
That's why I thought he was gay.
Girl, and just by his looks, and by his appearance, and by the way he be acting.
Exactly.
So...
You know who someone else they're saying is gay now?
Who?
Hugh Jackman.
Oh, I heard about that. People are saying that apparently he's, like, writing a memoir, and that he's gonna do a big revelation.
Yeah, so he just separated with his wife, and now he's like, I'm coming out with a memoir, and it's gonna reveal a lot of things about myself that I've been hiding. And so people are thinking that's code for him being gay.
It could be, but also it could just be him trying to hype up the memoir.
Which is probably what he's doing.
Right.
Like, it's for the sales, Henny.
But I'm like, is it for the sales also you're gay? Or is it just for the sales?
I don't see it. I don't think he's gay.
I see Hugh Jackman more than I do John Mayer.
You're kidding. Hugh Jackman?
Maybe it's just because I want it more.
Well, you live in your fantasy world.
Let's be honest.
I mean, I guess we'll just have to wait and see for his memoir.
Right. But so, like, we were talking about, queerbaiting is trying to reap the benefits of being queer, because now I guess there are benefits to being perceived as such in the modern world.
Yeah.
That kind of leads us into this other thing. Have you heard about the whole Grace Hopper incident? Oh.
Yes, I have.
My microphone.
Oh. That keeps on happening, actually.
Oh, really?
Like, in each episode, I have to edit it out.
Oh, girl, you're right.
So, yeah, the Grace Hopper thing is also very... It just shows the state of the job market right now.
Mm-hmm. So, for those who don't know, there is this tech conference for women. It's like for women by women in tech, right?
In STEM, yeah.
In STEM. And so they hold this event so that women can sign up and speak to these recruiters from these big tech companies.
Mm-hmm, because women are underrepresented in tech.
Right. And so this year, a bunch of men presenting people.
They men.
Well, you're right. They signed up for this event as non-binary.
Right. And women. Some lied that they were women.
Right. So they were trying to say that they were trans/non-binary. And they literally flooded this event.
It was like more men than women at the conference.
Right. More men than women at the conference. And they were trying to talk to recruiters, trying to hand out their resume. And it became this whole huge scandal online.
And they couldn't stop them from going because that would be discrimination.
Right.
So they were technically allowed to go.
Right.
It's just, as a man, how are you shameless enough to actually attend?
Literally. And desperate enough? Like,
I mean, that just shows you how desperate it is in this country right
100%.
now. Especially in tech.
100%. I mean, well, we've already talked about how this country is just literally, we're going into a recession, if not already in one.
Right.
And jobs are already on the floor. But also, it's like, okay.
For y'all who are job looking, job hunting, good luck.
Literally.
We all on the same page right now.
Well, girl, I'm also on that page.
Fully.
But so the other question is, it's like, when you're handing your resume to the recruiter at this event and you are a man, bitch, the recruiter sees you.
Fully.
They know that you're a man. They know that what you did must have done to come in here.
Right.
You think that they're really going to take it seriously? You think they're really going to actually look at your resume and actually give you a job?
Right.
Because they're not. You're literally wasting your time at that point. Because the way that you did it is so bad that it's making you look horrible. So, shouldn't common sense just tell you that?
And you are truly taking away the time that some women actually attended. Some people fly out to Florida to attend to this.
Wow.
And you're taking the time out of these people's hands that really, really were trying to make a thing out of this. And you like, these men have treated this as some random
like
old job
stunt,
market.
low-key.
I mean, not a publicity stunt. It's more just like a job fair. That's what they're called.
A job fair, yeah.
I'm like, just go to your local college and do that.
I'm like, there's no way that you can be that dumb. Maybe they are.
Also, Grace Hopper is the biggest women's conference there is. And you know this because you clearly signed up for it.
Right.
Like, I can't. Like, shame on you.
It's just dumb. Like, it's not even gonna work.
Yeah.
Like, it's just dumb.
Like, let's try LinkedIn.
Right, girl. Like,
let's try to hit up some recruiters that way. Like, I can't. Like, actually, I'm ashamed of these people. In other news, the Sphere in Las Vegas opened their first concert, and it was U2 performed, I believe.
Yeah, it was U2.
Did you see the images of that?
I did. They looked really cool.
It looked incredible. It was so cool.
Did you see, like, the big one with, like, all of the, it was, like... I'll splice in the videos, but, like, there were just so many really good ones. Well, girl, yes. Well, girl, you can do it if you want.
I mean, I have to do the editing.
Well, girl, period.
I'm gonna leave it blank.
Well, okay, yes, it was very, very cool, and I love how HD everything is, how immersive everything is.
And it was apparently 4D, how there's like wind and
Oh, it's
shaking and
4D?
vibrations
I didn't know that.
in the seats.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And people are hating on it, as they do, as they hate on everything. But it's like, how can you even be a hater, like, when it's something that's, like, I feel like we're living in the future with the Sphere.
Yeah.
Like,
no,
it's literally insane.
it's like something I didn't expect to be in 2023.
And you know, like what you were saying about like how like it's revolutionizing like
Virtual production.
They literally had to create like their own rendering like format like system or whatever.
Yeah.
To even create the projections that you see on the Sphere.
I mean, yeah.
Like it's a whole new thing that they created. Like,
Virtual
it's
production
fucking insane.
is an industry in itself at this point.
Oh, 100%.
Because the way you do things for that is so different from traditional movies or games or anything.
It is.
And I think it's really...
And I like it more. Honestly.
I think it's awesome in the way it's a spectacle for people to perform
Yes.
and attend to for concerts. But I also think it might revolutionize the way movies are made and TV and things like that.
Well, you know, I was really thinking that because I was watching this movie at the movies. It's a concert movie. It's called Stop Making Sense. It's the Talking Heads concert movie. And I was watching it, and it was really cool. But I was just thinking, this is so different than what concerts have become now in 2023.
How come?
Because concerts, it was very much so just them playing the music. And there was
in the movie?
Yeah, in the movie. Well, it wasn't even a movie. It was literally a concert that they recorded.
Oh, so it wasn't even like a documentary?
No, it was just a concert.
Oh.
Yeah. And it was cool, but I think now in 2023, the visuals have become just as important, if not even more important, than the songs at a concert, I think.
Of course, because if you're attending a concert for the whole experience, not just the music.
Exactly.
If you wanted the music, girl, you could put it on your phone.
Exactly. You could just listen in your headphones at home. Like,
Fully.
so what the concert has to elevate
Yeah.
the experience of just the music.
100%.
And people might be like, oh, well, we want to go back to basics or whatever. Like, that's understandable for maybe some artists in my work. But for
Like smaller
right,
indie
it depends on what your
artists.
vibe is. But
Right.
for a pop star, you can't get away with that. You need the spectacle.
You need the production.
You need the production. You need the whole package.
Especially if you're at an arena.
Exactly. So the Sphere kind of like just elevates the abilities of like what you can bring with that package and what the possibilities
It's
of what
probably
you can do.
so expensive to go.
Oh, to go probably. Yeah.
Yeah, but I want to go.
I would go too. I would go if it was a good act.
Yeah.
Who do you think is some artist that would kill it? Like that
Oh,
could do a
Beyonce?
good act?
Beyonce would kill it.
I feel like Doja might do something cool.
Doja, yeah.
If she, well, like obviously this is like. If
I think
she
any
worked
K-pop group would
with
kill
a
it.
K-pop group could be cool.
Yeah.
Maybe not Blackpink. Maybe for me, maybe someone like
New Jeans Pearl.
aespa.
I don't know who that
aespa?
is.
Okay. Well.
Again, we've been new. I'm not into the K-pop sphere.
Well,
or like
like-
Stray Kids.
I don't know enough about Stray
I'm just naming
Kids.
people I know.
Okay, well, perfect.
Like, not to be pretentious and gatekeeping, but if you are trying to make a movie of any sort, including about concerts, it needs to be cinema.
It needs to have some sort of like flow to it, and it needs to
Exactly.
have like some sort of at least loose plot structure. Like I don't know.
Storytelling.
Exactly. But
Even if it's based on reality.
right, so what I was gonna say was that like there were people in the in the movie theater who were like trying to like clap, and then like there was this one guy at the end who was like clapping
Okay.
to like, because like that's what you do at the end of a concert, you clap, and he was like trying to clap to like see if anyone else would clap. Girl, no one else clapped.
I don't like it when people clap at movie theaters.
But okay, but the thing is, it's a concert movie.
Okay, and bitch, it's a movie still.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Literally, there's movie etiquette and there's concert
I
etiquette.
agree.
And so watching a
Because who are you clapping for? A screen?
well,
The fucking the usher who puts on the projector?
girl, no one else clapped. It
Well.
was just him. And I was
he
like,
should be
this-
shamed for it.
I was like, this is so awkward.
Was it someone you knew?
No.
Oh, okay.
Some random ass
I was
guy.
about to say.
Girl now. I was like, that's so awkward.
Right.
But also, I understand where he's coming from, though, because that's what you do at the end of a concert.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's just the worst of both worlds. Because you don't even get to sing and dance and, like, enjoy the concert. You're not even actually there at the concert. But then it's not a movie. So you're not actually having something with plot. It's the worst of both worlds. I think it's stupid. And I think that they just did it as a way to make more money. But that's why we need more, like, virtual production to, like, elevate the experience of what that could be. Because if it's so much more, if the visual spectacle becomes as much as I know that it can become, like, as integrated into the concert, then the movies could become actually much better.
Right, and then I would clap at the end of the movie.
Well,
and
sure.
speaking of clapping at the end, let's clap for the end of our episode.
All right, let's clap.
So we made it. Thank you guys for
I'm so proud of us.
getting this far. Make sure you subscribe, share with your friends, leave a comment, leave a review, and spread the word about Jelly. We're trying to make it out there. We might be the next U2. You don't know that?
Not the next U2. We might be the next Rhett and Link.
Right.
Over.
We're ready and linky.
Not that.
Well,
Be the next Mr. Beast.
imagine.
Whoa, girl. That would be scary.
I would lose my mind. All right, we'll see you guys next week.
All right, bye.
Bye.